Hello everybody, let's just take a look at the LYFT after hours. I'm gonna bring you this quick video here showing you something very similar to what happened today with a firm, and we're gonna jump right back to LYFT, but I want to show you something. If you notice here, a firm had pretty bad news coming into today's session. From the prior day as closing, they reported that they were going to fire about 19% of their workforce, right? And on top of that, they issued bad earnings on the worse than expected earnings and weak guidance. And so today we have LYFT here with something very similar. And although I have a live video section or a session during the live trading session today on a firm showing you a couple of different levels, you're probably going to find that on the YouTube channel. So we're going to jump right back into LYFT shares and what happened with this after hours. So moving forward, you're probably going to see this after the fact, but what I want you to do, if you want to, let's go back and use the similarities of these patterns to better serve you moving forward. Recognize the patterns, get ready for them, and when they come along, then you can execute. So LYFT shares tank 30% after the company issued weak guidance. So moving forward, they issued guidance which they thought it was going to be a little bit weaker than what had been happening. So their earnings as a result might not be as great as a lot of people thought. So LYFT shares tank during the extended hour session today after issuing weak guidance in its earnings report on Thursday. LYFT, this is a key point, LYFT said it expects to make roughly 975 million in revenue in the fiscal first quarter of 2023, lower than 1.9 billion analysts anticipated, according to the Street account. So the rideshare company recorded 20.3 million active riders in the third quarter, effectively flat from the third quarter, but up 8.7% year over year. So they recorded less active riders. If they have less active riders, that translates into less amounts of money that the people are spending. So the expenses, the amount of income that actually they're receiving is not the same. So the LYFT company is somewhat in a little bit of trouble here. And now during the extended hours, they dropped 30.39%, as you can see here. LYFT shares fell more than 30% after hours, blah blah. Adjusted loss per share 74 cents. So here the key notes: revenue 1.18 billion versus 1.16 billion, according to the analysts surveyed by Refinitiv. LYFT said it expects to make roughly 975 million in revenue in the fiscal first quarter of 2023. Now, lower than 1.9 or 1.09 billion analysts expected, according to the Street account. LYFT also expects to make an adjusted EBITDA between 5 million and 15 million in the first quarter. Now, again, going back to this, if you have less active rider accounts, that translates into less revenue to the company because people are spending less money. People are using competitors, people are probably using Uber a little bit more, or for whatever reason it is, the customer service or the wait time or between pickup from rider to rider or whatever it is, they have less amount of active users. Let's just compare this concept with the concept of Netflix. If Netflix which all of you know that Netflix makes their money by the count of subscribers. And this is the reason why they're trying to crack down on the password sharing with family members and other people. So if they have less subscribers, that translates into less revenue to the company. So if LYFT has less amount of active writers, active users, that means that people are going somewhere else. If people are going somewhere else, they're not gonna have the revenue. So weaker guidance, lower than people expected active accounts or active writers, which will translate into less revenue. So when we see all of this, it's pretty much something similar to what happened with Affirm today. And if you look at Affirm here, all of the bad news with Affirm, they're cutting 19% of the workforce. They reported weak guidance moving forward, and the revenue that they had was under the analysts' expectations. So today we had the action on Affirm that was firming up during the pre-market hours, and one thing that I was looking forward to was the first push as shorts that were overnight cover their short positions into the opening bell, and then once that supply was gonna go away, there was not gonna be enough demand, and all of that supply was gonna go into the offer. And so when all of the people that were short selling overnight started to cover, people will buy back the shares that they were originally selling. That translates into a push up because they have to buy the shares to cover. We have high here, lower high, bounce for support, lower high, VWAP flush on the prior support, and it translates into a pretty nice flush with a very nice 18% drop today. And again, the reason why I'm bringing this very similar pattern is so you can recognize it. You can use this news, keep it in mind, come back and hit it when you finally are able to memorize how to trade this kind of pattern. So moving forward, very similar, lower guidance, weaker earnings or weaker guidance moving forward, and less revenue. Keep that in mind, come back, trade it, put in the risk and a parameter that you can, let's say that you might be able to hold, and so that you're comfortable with the amount of shares that you're holding. But the first thing is knowing why you want to trade it, either long or short, and come to the market prepared. So you're probably going to see this video after the fact. Moving forward, keep track of those things that are downgraded as LYFT, and Affirm actually was downgraded today after the three factors that I just said. So into today, they were coming into today from the prior day with lower guidance, lower than expected revenue, and because of that, they said that they were gonna fire 19% of the staff. Price dropped today, and then they got slapped today with a underperform or downgraded rating from the analyst. Okay, so keep that in mind, recognize the pattern, get ready for next time. I hope this video find you well and it was of help for you. And now I'll let you go. Happy trading, stay green.